What's going on, YouTube? It's your man James. Today we're gonna do an unboxing and first impression of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So I got the phone right here, and basically all I did was I pulled out the pull tabs. I wanted to do everything else live. Got it in the sky blue. You know what I'm talking about. So let me peel that thing off real quick. Actually, let me pull it out. So it's the S24 Ultra. I got a bunch of accessories over here. We're going to do that in another video. Let me go ahead and power that thing up. And let's peel that sticker off. All right, sticker gone. And titanium blue. Let's get a nice look at that. Let me peel this off real quick. So there's the phone. Let's get a look at that frame. We'll look at the S22 Ultra and 23 Ultra side by side. But for now, let me go ahead and set up the phone. So while we wait, I got the 23 Ultra in my hand right here. And pretty much the only difference off the bat I'm seeing, of course, that titanium frame. But look at here at the microphone placement. We got two microphones out. Got two microphones up there. We got one. What we got down here look like instead of a speaker grill, we got a slot. So no more grill, just a slot. SIM on the right side, S Pen on the left side. You got Gorilla Glass armor. So this is the new Gorilla Glass that's supposed to be 4 times more scratch resistant or whatever they said. Then of course you got Gorilla Glass on the back. You got a 6.8 inch 120 hertz HDR10 plus 2600 nit peak brightness display on this thing, okay? That's definitely an improvement. We're going to put that to the test in the side-by-side comparison in a minute now. Being that I pre-ordered it, I got the 512. So this is actually 512 gigabytes of storage with 12 gigabytes of RAM on that thing. Of course, you got the traditional quad setup on the back with the 200 megapixel main. And then, of course, you got the 50 megapixel periscope telephoto. USB-C 3.2 on this thing, so I believe that's an upgrade over 3.1. If I'm mistaken, my apologies. Only other things of note were the color options. This phone came in 8 different colors. I, of course, got the titanium blue, but we also got black, gray, violet, yellow, green, and orange. Now, do some Hey Google. Got some AI options here. The room ain't getting no darker. I'm just cutting down my ISO. Now, I'm going to cut this all the way up. And to the eye, they look about the same to me. Honestly, the S23 Ultra does look a little bit brighter to me, but the screen on the S24 Ultra looks a lot more clear. So it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a lot less washed out light for it. I'm gonna prove this right here. So let me cut my ISO back up to what I normally shoot at when I'm over here. So normally, right, I keep my ISO right here. Now we at max brightness on the S23 and the S24, but as we can see, this is my normal ISO, and we're a little bit washed out on the S23 at max, but normally I don't chill on max. I usually keep it at about right here anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But the S24 on max brightness right out the box, I mean, you see it for yourself right here. Let me grab the 22 Ultra and let me do a wipe down. As far as a frame comparison, this is the 22, this is the 23, and this is the 24. And we'll notice that titanium finish. Now, it is a little warm, but it's significantly less warm than when I did the setup on the S22 Ultra. So, got that titanium frame standing out versus that aluminum. Let me do another quick wipe down. That fingerprints is annoying me. Do want to get in on these curves and point out as we've gone from hella curved. Cut this up, brighten this up a little bit. We've gone from hella curved right here to a more subtle curve right here with the S23. So that's the 22, hella curved, very distinguished curve, slightly flattened out with the 23, and then with the 24, we've gone completely flat. Okay, so this is the S22 Ultra at max brightness. And this is the S23 Ultra. I do believe that for me, this phone has felt very vivid versus on the 23. Not that I've had a problem with it, but you'll notice how much more washed out the 23 Ultra is on the settings that I shoot at. And even if I crank this up a little bit to illustrate this better, I think I might have cranked it up too much. We'll notice, and you see that sputter, and we'll notice the S22 just a little bit less, in my opinion, washed out than the S23. So adaptive brightness, motion smoothness, adapter. So it's already at 120 hertz out the box. Screen mode, natural. Let's test it with vivid. I'm really not noticing no difference at all here, but let's turn it under quad HD. Bow. So now we on quad HD. Let's immediately pop into the camera. Let me check the settings. So I don't like auto FPS. I turn off stabilization. Grid lines, I'll turn that on. Definitely not. Turn off the shutter sound. Intelligent optimization, I will, yeah, definitely want that on maximum. Okay, and let's see what we got. And this, we just point and shoot right now. We not doing anything too crazy. Do a little flash. And again, matter of fact, we can look at it this way too. Got a pretty decent camera, but again, like I said in the video for the S22 Ultra unboxing, another Galaxy phone. We know what to expect when it comes to these Galaxy phones. Oh, it's still recording, so you can switch lenses while recording, which is a new feature. Let me make sure I showcase that. 3x, 1x, ultra wide. So while you're shooting a video, you're able to go in and do that, which to me is definitely an upgrade. I wouldn't call the phone itself an upgrade, but hit a quick flash right here to show the phones. And again, like I said, very distinguished curve on the 22, more subtle curve on the 23, still being curved. And we still filming over here. Stop filming. And a completely flat display. Now, as far as feeling in the hand, matter of fact, we're gonna need some empirical evidence. I'll be right back. We're gonna need some empirical evidence in the video. I don't want to assume anything without coming with some data. So, okay. And we'll just tear that. All right. So, S22 Ultra. All right. And we see in that S23 Ultra. All right. And then, so this is definitely a heavier phone. And then let's see what the 24 Ultra comes at. 230, also at 235. Open the camera.
Okay, opening camera.
And look at that. It actually works better on the older phones than the new phone. Ain't that something? Go to youtube.com.
Opening web page.
And just like you're saying, right, it's going to open in about the speed that you would expect the phones to open at based on the processor. You just want your phone to make phone calls and do normal phone things. You probably don't need to be looking at these anyway. I would consider looking at the base model S24, maybe catch an S23 at a low price. If you want to splurge, you can get an S24 Plus, and it's everything that this phone is without the S Pen. So you got a lot of options, but At the end of the day, is that work coming off of $1,300? That's left up to you. Now, to me, having the 512 gigabytes of storage on deck, to me, this was a easy upgrade only because I have my bad, I'm off camera here. Give me a second. Because of the storage upgrade, making money off of a S22 Ultra to get this phone, that's an easy upgrade for me. But anyway, no updates. No updates. Your device is up to date. Google Play System Update July. Talking about I'm up to date. Hey, look, you know what? We're going to see what they got going on. Last thing I want to do when it comes to the camera is do a quick look into pro video mode actually. I'm curious, did they add any different range? I would love if they had a 180. Nah, same old camera. It says recording yet again. I don't know why. So same ISO range. So that's gonna be it for the camera. Let's check out the S Pen. So we got the titanium blue phone with the nice titanium gray looking S Pen to match. Let me cut this up a little bit to match the phone. I would have preferred I honestly think I would have preferred it being sky blue and color match like some of the other phones, but normally I shoot at this brightness on this camera, so I did have to adjust that. But with both all the way maxed out here, we can definitively see that we're less washed out on the S24 Ultra for sure. So the phone is a little warm. Definitely is actually it's noticeably warm. There's an S Pen notification. The phone is noticeably warm. From here all the way down, the phone is noticeably warm. One thing that I'm gonna just go ahead and do that now because that shit's gonna get on my nerves. I am forgetting to set up the biometrics, so let me set up my fingerprint and my face unlock real quick. I mean, that's quick. Is that the face unlock? Okay, no, it's not. Damn. I mean, wow, let me make sure I do it like this. I'm barely tapping it. That's really fast. Wow. I feel like that might be an upgrade. Let me do it right here. Okay. No, it's not. I just don't normally tap it like that. Wow. So let's try it on the S22. Is it a tap? Wow. Okay. So that's actually my bad for not knowing that. Yo, the S24 Ultra literally just automatically activated sleep mode. I mean, y'all heard a beep. I didn't touch nothing, and it says sleep turned on. I didn't touch nothing though. That's probably a bug. I'm gonna turn that off. We'll start on the S24 Ultra. Well, I'm trying to do it so y'all can see it. No face to take. Yeah, I bet. Okay, let me hold it right here, and I'll look at it. So that's the face unlock. While I'm right here, let me check out my themes real quick on my wallpaper. I got certain ones that I like, so we're gonna scroll through here. Interactive. Looks like they got these new titanium wallpapers. Okay. I don't see nothing on the interactive end that's sky blue or purple. They just getting more and more limited. We're just getting more and more limited with these wallpapers every year, Samsung. I mean, what the hell? Like every year we get less and less interactive wallpapers. I shouldn't have better wallpaper options on my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra than we got on the S24 Ultra. That's a 4-year-old phone. Come on, Samsung. Always trying to get. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But I mean, it just frustrating to see. I usually use a lock screen. I usually use a picture of my daughter in my lock screen anyway, but shoot a video. So First impressions of the phone, you got another beautiful Galaxy phone here. Great build quality, of course. S Pen updates. Sounds like there's some updates in the speaker as well. And to me, the question comes down to, do you feel that, and to me, the question with this phone comes down to need, right? So the phone itself is a little bit more of an update than an upgrade. The phone itself is not coming with a lot of big changes now. We don't know yet about the battery life, but I'll be putting it to the, I'll be putting it to the test heavy. Excuse me. Damn. I'll be putting it to the test heavy. Damn. Now, when it comes to the phone and should you update, should you upgrade, should you not, it's going to come down to need. And for me, there wasn't really a need for me to update from my S23 Ultra to the S24 Ultra. But if you got an S22 Ultra, if you got an S21 Ultra, if you got an S22 Ultra, if you got an S21 Ultra, if you got a Note 20 Ultra, if you looked at some of the trade-in values and you got an extra 800 to 1,000 sitting around, it might be your time to upgrade. We're talking about significant improvements in performance, battery life, data processing, etc. from them older phones. Now, if you're coming from a 23 Ultra, in my opinion, I wouldn't upgrade. I'd hold out for the S25 Ultra that's going to be coming with a lot more updates. It's going to be coming with a new architecture to that Snapdragon 8 Generation 4, I assume. And I'm assuming they're going to want to do a redesign after sticking with the same design for the last few phones here. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't upgrade coming from a 23 to a 24 unless you absolutely just got to have the latest and greatest. And this is me manually. That's not color shifting. This is me manually fooling with the brightness just to better show off the phone. But again, if you got a perfectly fine Galaxy S23 Ultra, even if you had a S22 and even if you had a S22 Ultra in excellent condition, right off the bat, other than the curved display, you could rock that for another year if you absolutely had to. But my concern, if I had an older device like a 22 Ultra, if I had a 22 Ultra in particular, my concern would be heat, battery life, the noticeable signs of degradation. Oh God, I just realized I had my just realized I had this on. But if I had a 23 Ultra, I just realized I still had that on. If I had a 22 Ultra, my main concerns as far as would I upgrade or would I not, my main concerns on the 22 Ultra would be longevity and do I want to be with that phone for another year? And also improvements in camera and honestly improvements in the speaker. The speakers in the S22 Ultra, I didn't test them. I don't know if I tested them in my unboxing video or not. I can't remember right off the bat, but the speakers in the S22 Ultra compared to the 23 and the 21 Ultra, even the Note 20 Ultra, they're noticeably flat. And if you do like to use that phone to listen to media, to music and consume media, you may want to keep that in mind, and that could very well be a reason to upgrade if you got a S24 Ultra. That being said, no, I'm looking too crazy in this shit. That being said, first impressions of the phone, I'm glad I got the phone. I'm gonna be putting it to the test. I'll do some filming with it. I'll do some real world testing with photography, videography. I'll be doing a lot of data transferring. I'm gonna put this phone to the test and see what it can actually do. And in all honesty, I'm glad I got it to put it side by side to the 23 Ultra to compare to see what exactly is going on. Because the flat display, I believe the phone is a little bit wider too. Yeah, this is a little bit wider. I thought I felt that. I want to make sure we catch that on camera. Little bit wider, so your cases ain't gonna fit. A little bit more of a bump, so your cases ain't gonna fit. But better speaker, better display, less reflectivity. We saw that. We put that to the test. So we seen the reflectiveness is definitely down, and I'm in a brightly lit area right now. So we've seen the reflectiveness is down, so that the video on the S24 Ultra looks better than on the S23 Ultra. The same way the video on the S23 Ultra looked better than the video on the 22 Ultra. So those are the kind of things we expect. But as far as is it economically sustainable to upgrade your 23 to a 24? I would probably say no. If you got the bread, if you got the chips to spend on it, go ahead and do it. But in my opinion, right off the bat, the only things I'm noticing is maybe that the phone is a little bit faster, that the camera looks like it might be, and I'm talking camera and video. The camera looks like it might be a little bit better. They might have tweaked a couple things to improve color accuracy and whatnot. I'm gonna put that to the test and kind of show some of that in my full review of the phone instead of trying to cram all that. You know what? Fuck it. We got time. You know what? Why not? We got time. Um, I'll see if I notice any differences in color accuracy when you see that face unlock. It's crazy. Hold on. Let's do the face unlock test real quick. Okay, we get another one. Let me get out of that beat. I mean, you ain't gonna find that beat online anyway, but still, get a couple of them, and I'm gonna cut that ISO down just a little bit more. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave the ISO alone, and I'm gonna cut that brightness down a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. But 2, 3. Let's do the S24. 1, and I'm behind the camera. You know what I'm gonna do? What I was just doing. 1, 2, 3. Now I forget I got this camera angle back here that I can use too, but the placement of that camera. Are we seeing how quick that face unlock is though? I really hope I'm getting it. And I like the buttony feel. Make sure the button feel real buttony on the S24 Ultra. Like this is a button too. You hear the sound? And then listen to the S24. Now ain't nobody gonna talk about this in their review, but check this out. This is the S24. This is the S23 right here. The S24, that button is buttoning. I'm gonna keep it real. Now, just because I got it right here, let me check out the S22. This is reminiscent of how this feels. S22, 24. That button is buttoning, okay? You know, that button is buttoning. So, like I said, as far as should you update, it depends on what you got. If I had an S22 and older, I would strongly consider updating. You're getting better speakers, you're getting better camera, better processing, better build quality, better screen, better display, quicker speed, better cooling efficiency, right? You're getting tangible updates. But if I got an S23 Ultra, you're getting better thermal management from the 22 Ultra to the 24 Ultra. And for that reason, if I had a 22, I would strongly consider updating. If I had a 23 Ultra, basically I would continue to rock that for another year. And in all honesty, I'm gonna continue to rock my S23 Ultra for another year. That being said, I am gonna put my SIM card in the S24 Ultra. Oh shit. I stuck it in the wrong hole. So and I was firm with it too. But anyway, I appreciate y'all rocking with me today, man. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Later.
Spitting fire, boy, that's still blazing. Getting higher in the haze, it's amazing. I'm rolling like a tire upon the pavement, boy.